Good morning, everyone. Something interesting just came to the door from the mailman. We've got the Lukgraph Grumman Duck J2F-5. I think it just got released. It's the only one on the market is kind of the big thing, and the reason that I want to do a quick video on it. It's a $400 kit, so it's not gonna be kind of up everyone's alley. But if you want one of these, so far as I know, it is the only one in town. You only got one choice. So if you really want to do it, stick your hand in your pocket. That's going to be the only option. But I want to do a super quick kind of what's in the box video, just so you guys know what you're getting for your money. Take a quick gander, see if maybe you think it's worth it before you make that decision. I've actually never heard of this brand before. It got brought to my attention because someone knew that I was looking for this kit. Or for one of these in particular. But I haven't gone through it yet. We're going to go through it together. It is fairly big, and I don't do a lot of videos, so you'll have to bear with me with this camera setup. I think it's good enough to work for, so. But just kind of around the box. We've got some of our decal options. It looks like there's 4 paint options. We'll get to it better in the instructions. I know you can't really see that right now, so sorry about that. But we'll just get to it and see what we find. I've got some of these limited release kits before. I did a video on the Annie-Grand C5, and that was another $400 kit. And that was just like, I don't know, in a shoebox, the cardboard was falling apart. Nothing really fit. So weird optics, just like it looked like not a lot of effort was there. But this one, like, I mean, you're seeing what I'm seeing for the first time. It looks really nicely put together and taken care of as well. You even get a nice little sticker. That'll go on the gun safe later. Instructions, and here's all your decal options. It looks like a lot of them are just kind of from the pictures in the box. It looks like a lot of them are pretty standard, and there's not a lot to mix it up. And you got some nice ones for your instrument panels, it looks like. And trying to show you the best you can. You can actually read the letters. I know some of these is just kind of like scribbles, but you can't actually tell what that is. We'll go through the instructions in a little bit. And yeah, really well packaged. Cool. So first things first, you got vacuum form canopies. And I did read this from the website. So the canopies are separate from the rails. The frame is going to be somewhere in here and just kind of clicks over the top. I actually hate vacuum form. I know some people like them because of how thin they are. But I'm hoping that with the rail that comes on it, it's going to be pretty easy to paint, and then it'll clean up or hide some of those like plastic edges that are always impossible to glue and all that. We've also got little marker lights on here, your position lights and everything. Haven't seen that before in clear plastic, already colored, which is kind of nice. Oh, and there's photo etch on the back. I assume rigging, yeah. Probably some of this is that, and you get seatbelts as well. Seatbelts, gun sights, look like fuses for depth charges, I think. I don't know. I don't really want to go through all these bags, just because I don't want to waste y'all's time. I think you can kind of get the gist of it from looking at some of this. Really hoping this is like actually in focus for you guys. But the detail is really, really nice on here. I think these are fabric wings on these. I've never had a just 3D printed kit before. Another reason for wanting to do one of these videos. So maybe this is normal, but like, I don't know if it's some of kind of the resolution of the printer, but there's like kind of texture on this that almost makes it even more believable as fabric. But that may be from the printer, so maybe an accidental win there. but it does, whatever just fell off. Oh, that's just support material. Just fell off. But yeah, wings look good. Another bag of wings. Yeah, all this rigging on here is, I mean, I'm glad it's there, but it does make it really hard to like look at the parts and see what's what. So I'm just gonna kind of like big picture some of this stuff. So this isn't a 45-minute video going through each individual thing. There are really nicely, I'll take some of this out just so you can see that. Whatever this is supposed to be, come on, focus. Oh, it's trying so hard. Just take my word for it. I don't know what this is, but the detail that goes into some of these really, really small parts is actually pretty nice. 4 wheels. It looks like 2 weighted, 2 unweighted, I think. That's what that looks like. And I think these are depth charges. Oh, this is so hard to see, but I'll find the good juicy stuff to take out of the bags for you. Like this. All right, so this is how kind of the fuselage comes. So normal, it is in 2 halves. Very well supported with this rigging stuff. 2 halves, but all in one mold. I don't know if this is annoying to get off. It looks like it'll be annoying to separate. But yeah, really want you to be able to see the rivet detail on here. And maybe I'm just not seeing it now because I'm probably like looking through the camera, but it does look like that whatever fabric material looking stuff that was on the wings, it doesn't look like it's on here. So to me, that's a win. I think this looks really, really good. Raised rivet detail, which is nice. The problem that I'm gonna potentially see, some of you are probably better at this than I am. When you have to use super glue or some kind of CA glue on these. Oh no, here's that fabric looking material. It's from the printing. That's what it is. It looks like, I'm sure with paint it'll cover up. With resin, you have to use some kind of CA glue, which usually means you have to like put a little more work into sanding your seams, which means your raised rivets are going to go away. And then if you can see this mate is going to be like more or less flat, so all of those rivets on top are going to go away. So potentially that's going to require a solution. Whatever that solution is, I don't know. Future me problem. But you can kind of see what I'm talking about here. If this will focus, there's like a little bit of a casting or a printing error right there. I don't know if error is the right word, but you can just kind of see some of these lines where it's not as smooth as you would want it to be. And then, like I said about the raised rivets, that's going to end up being a problem. If you want to smooth some of this out, you're going to lose all of your rivet detail. So, and there's a lot of it. So if you start sanding it away, you may end up like re-riveting this whole thing. And riveting into resin is it's a little sturdier than your typical plastic. I don't know if you can like roll with like the little scriber thing, you know. Future problem, but it does look really, really nice. So we'll move on. We'll see. Got a separate engine. And yeah, the detail on that is very, very nice. I don't want to get it out of the package. Man, this thing is the worst at focusing. Sorry about that. But like these spark plug lines, I lied. I want to get that out and show you. That looks really, really good. Please don't lose anything. Oh, these are all, ooh, terrifying. Not gonna touch that. They're all kind of like, with all the loose pointy bits, they're all kind of like hooked onto each other. But there's the spark plug lines, if you can kind of see some of that. It does look really, really good. Incredibly finely detailed. Like, if you can pick up on that, I mean, like that. It's really good. Kind of excited about that. Might start with the engine, just because of that detail looks so good. Cool. If I don't lose anything and throw them all over the place. Got some, I assume these are like structure rods, without looking at the instructions. Go through the wing or something like that. If you do it with the gear down, which I assume is an option, get a couple figures, which I didn't know came, which are kind of cool. Yeah, a couple crew guys. They got their aviators on, so you know they're pilots. But yeah, detail does look really nice on that. All this just assorted. This looks like the wing spars. More wing pieces, and the front cowl. That was kind of important. I guess I'll take it out, show you. Yeah, let's try and get it in the light. You can see some of that, just like the layering from the 3D printing, but it doesn't look like it's going to be a problem. I'm sure that paint will probably cover it all up, or a good coat of primer, because we're all doing that on our models, right? Some Navy guys gonna get mad at me. The pontoons, I don't know if that's the right word, whatever. The things that go under the wings. Yeah, the floaty things. Yeah, those look really good. Kind of the purpose of this, I wanted to see was like, does this seem like it's gonna be worth the money? Like the Anagram C5. Hard no. I'm still working through that one. I did a video. I decided not really to post it because I got grumpy because it looked kind of bad and it's going together pretty terrible. But like detail on this, really, really nice. This looks like it's gonna be, I assume a stand, like if you dry dock an airplane, whatever you would call that, but kind of big piece all in one, but nicely detailed. Probably should have done instructions first, so I'm not guessing. Sorry. Hopefully it's not wasting too much of your time and attention. Okay, these are all our interior pieces, and you can kind of see it from the front here. You've got like bulkheads, your floor, seats, all that type of stuff, your radios, antennas. That looks like the back gun mount. But these are kind of your smaller pieces. Just making a mess over here, but that's fine. Just don't want to waste y'all's time. Oh, here's that cockpit frame. All right, cool. Let's take a look at that. Super fragile and dainty. There's like a support frame that goes around it. Oh, this is gonna be, I mean, if it goes together well, it's gonna look nice. But man, is that gonna be frustrating. Trying to find, I don't want to get all of this stuff out, but all right, here is the problem that I see already. The frame, I don't know if you can see how wide this frame is right here. Super, super narrow, right? And you can already tell from this, I'm sure this isn't lined up right, but I want to kind of get you at least seeing it. See how wide this channel is? If it'll focus. You'll just have to trust me if it won't. How wide this channel is and how narrow these frames are. So this, if I'm looking at this right, is gonna kind of sit in there and just float. We'll see. We'll see. I hope I'm wrong about that. I don't know what else it would be. Unless those individually come apart, which I feel like destroys the point of doing this whole thing. I'll post a video later. It's gonna take me a while to build this thing, but I'll post a video and then we'll see what it ends up looking like. That is initial out of the box concern. This looks really, really good. Whether it fits this or not is gonna be more of a question. All right, moving on. Just assorted canopy pieces, or cockpit pieces, excuse me. Yeah, I assume there's a gun in there somewhere. These are very, very small, so I don't want to take these out. Looks like a lot of this, like these radio pieces, have already come off of the support. So yeah, I'm not going to be taking that apart. It doesn't look like anything was damaged because of how small the support little structure is. It doesn't look like anything was damaged, but you can kind of see a lot of stuff was just kind of smashed around. And yeah, this is the machine gun right here. If you can see that. It'll just, whatever. It's small. It's in there. Cool. Seat, really, really narrow, which you can kind of see some of the sunlight shining through, which, thin, not narrow. Words are hard. Yeah, cool. Yeah, and then here's some of the bottom, I think. Yeah, it looks like the bottom structure. Cool. And then radio pieces. All right. I'm gonna get this stuff out of the way. We'll have a super quick look through the instructions, just so you can kind of see. And then we'll call it. Move. Didn't set myself up well there to move all that stuff, but it's fine. Kind of threw everything in the top of the box. Decals look super, super nice. Either the carrier film is incredibly thin and really well aligned, or this is one of those decal sheets where the entire thing is carrier film and you have to cut out your individual decals. But looks like it's focusing. The colors look really nice. In good register, everything looks lined up to where it needs to be. Cool. Instructions. Parts call out. And very detailed CAD drawings. This makes me happy with some of these really, really tiny parts that you could see in there. Actually knowing what to do with them. It looks like so with these some resin kits that I've done before, there's not a lot of like positive mounting instructions, I guess, where like alignment pins or something, you know exactly where something goes. So what I'm kind of looking for is if there's stuff so you can see exactly where stuff is supposed to go. And initially it's looking like there's some depressions right there, and without kind of meeting it up with the parts, it looks like there's some kind of just gray area. It just kind of goes together. But I'll get more of that in the actual build when I kind of cover that one. But yeah, just flipping through, you can see the details very, very nice all the way through this. There's color callouts. There's no brands or anything. It's just interior green, yellow, black, natural metal, aluminum. So pretty generic. Kind of make your own adventure type deal. But yeah, you get the full interior. halves go together. Engine, like I said, I'll probably start there just because that looks really good. When you get a good detailed engine, you just put a good wash over it, and then if you want to be lazy, you can still make it look really good. And then if you want to not be lazy, you can make it look really, really good. Oh, you've got a camera or a machine gun for that back mount. All your separate surface control surfaces. Sorry, I'm reviewing this not on camera. All of your separate control surfaces over here, so you can do whatever you want. If you want to move them, prop goes over the top. Here's these brass rods that go over joining the wing, which makes sense. And then the brass rods are going to be what hold the strut into the wing as well, which is awesome. Yeah, landing gear up or landing gear down. So those are your wheel options for weighted or unweighted. Unweighted is going to be on the stand with the wheel and the how you doing. All right. Canopy. Does this explain any more what we're going to be looking at? I think the best option, just from looking at this, not doing the build, like I said, if you do canopy open, you can fold everything up on top of itself, and you can hide most of the fact that none of the windows fit the frames. But yeah, it looks like there's the two frames in or canopy vacuum form thingies in there. I assume one is designed to be cut to be open, and one of them is designed to be closed. But yeah, cool. Moving on, we'll see what that looks like. Tail wheel, bombs, depth charges. Got some photo etch parts for that. You got a nice 3-degree and no dihedral note on here, so you can actually kind of. I'll probably be doing this with the gear down, but you could set it in that frame and that structure and kind of measure it. So that's nice to have. And then you got like your green lights and stuff like that. Cool. And these are your photo etched rigging, it looks like. So probably, I assume, paint the whole thing and then put the photo etch rigging on afterwards. Don't do a whole lot of biplanes. So that's usually not a problem that I have to face, but future me will have to face that. So we'll see. It is kind of nice though, because it gives you, I know there's kind of like tacking on lights and stuff like that, but there's a lot of angles of kind of the same thing. So you can really see how this rigging is supposed to be set up, as well as antennas, just for like your easy line or whatever you end up using. And then once again, kind of the whole thing together, just multiple angles. And then really small pieces over here. Cool. Here's your crew. Kind of painting instructions. Choose your own adventure for that one. Just green or, I don't know, the colors look off on that. So Google Images is your friend. Now decal instructions. You've got, I really like this. I'm not in the frame at all. Sorry about that. I really like this scheme. I know I'm not going to be doing this one. I'm going to be doing an aircraft that's like actually existing in a museum right now. And I'm pretty sure it's flying. Whether they fly it much or not, I don't know. But I'm going to be building one of those, and I'll show you pictures of that in a future video. But yeah, I really like the way these like this color scheme plays out. And then you got Coast Guard, Solomon Islands, in like the 3-tone. And then like this nice early war with the red and white tails. I think that one looks really cool too. But Yeah, super rough or quick and dirty. I hopefully that shows you a little bit of something of what to expect in the box when you get to it. If you get to it, yeah, highs. The detail is really really nice. It looks like they actually put a lot of effort into designing this thing, and yeah, another pro. It's the only one. Like, if you want one, you now have an option, which is nice. And then cons, it is $400, which, oh my Lanta, it is $400. Um, Canopy, I'm hoping initial optics, the canopy looks like it's going to be a problem. We'll see. I hope that that's not unfair and too early to be making that judgment. But yeah, that some of the printing slash casting issues. Maybe I'm being greedy, but on a $400 kit, like, that's kind of rough. And it's only in spots. Like, this side looks really really nice. This side you can really tell there's more of that. It's all diagonal lines like this, and you can kind of catch it in the light a little bit, and especially like right here. But yeah, that's another con. And then last con, it's $400. I know I've said that like 100 times, but to me, to wrap my brain around that, super limited run. I know they're not doing a million of them. They're not something like a brand like Tamiya where they can put out a really really quality kit like a Corsair in the same scale, which honestly the Corsair is bigger, for what, $120 or something like that. So I understand those limitations, but it's kind of that supply demand thing, right? Like, if you make it cheaper, you can sell more, and in selling more, you make more profit. The economics, science, whatever. It's just there's a very very small amount of people who can afford to do a kit like this, just in like a weekend hobby type thing. I do this as like a little bit of a side business thing, selling commissions. So that's kind of where some of my funding comes from, is people who own actual aircraft. And, $400 is less of a factor. But yeah, hopefully this will be enlightening. You can see a little bit of something. I'll do my best to make a good quality video for y'all. I'll see how that works. Worst case, I'll do something like I did with the Kate, where it's just kind of like a PowerPoint or a slideshow of a bunch of photos, and I just kind of talk about stuff as it goes. But maybe you can at least kind of see how $400 kit goes together, and get some entertainment out of it that way. But anyways, hopefully this was good for you. If you got any questions, you want to see anything specific, if you want like more pictures of the stuff that I didn't really like deep dive into, let me know. Or if you got any questions, comments, or whatever, hit me up on here or Instagram. I'm way more on, but get after it. Good luck.